Hello friends, and welcome to a Clean With Me video during summer break. But not only is it chaos due to the holidays, but we are also still in the midst of renovation. So if you do hear any background noise, it's my husband doing the flooring with his brother, and basically we are at that stage where the builders have done their bit and we are doing the painting, the flooring, and the kitchen should be going in very soon, fingers crossed. So I thought I would use this opportunity whilst my son is away from home to basically get the bedroom sorted and also the bathroom. I'm done with the dust. I want everything to, be gone. So I use this opportunity when it's nice and sunny and hot and basically the sun is shining to put the laundry out. So I'm going to take everything off, the bedding, and I don't know if you do the same, but during the summer, because it gets too hot, we don't use the duvets, but we do like to be covered up. So we use sheets and, duvet covers rather than the duvet themselves. But we also have duvets just in case it gets cold as well. So if you do see like double beddings, that is why. And you will see later on in the video me actually putting up the laundry in the garden, enjoying, the birds singing, the sunshine, the warmth. And I love the fact that, all the washing can actually be dried within a day. It's like the best bit during the summer. So I absolutely love doing washing. I'm going to be focusing on 2 bedrooms here, and I hope that you use this video as like mega clean with me motivation, to do something around your house. And I focus on my kids' room, our master bedroom, and I wanted to use the opportunity to scrub everything in the bathroom as well. So I didn't only mop the floors, but also sorted out the glass, the see-through glass, just to make sure that it's without dirt, without the dust that's been around, and also those water droplets that might have stained the glass as well. So it was really good. It took me hours to do, but it felt so good to have it done as well. So obviously at the beginning I showed you a little before video. You'd see like all the toys and everything because it's summer break. Out in my son's room as well, because it's chaotic to say the least, but it was great to have it done. And as you can see, I'm in our new utility room. We're hoping to have a toilet here soon, and the washing machine will be moved where the dishwasher is to the left. So it is going to look a little bit different and it's unfinished, but we are focusing on the kitchen at the moment. So I'm going to put some fun music on and I will catch you guys in a bit. So editing this video actually made me realize how dusty my son's room is. So I've put in the air purifier in there. I've did like the biggest blast you can do of the fan, and actually put a timer on it as well of a couple of hours. And I'm hoping that that really sorts it out, but it's just so dusty. I just noticed all the, all the dust particles when it's shining in, and it's all looking a little bit, as if there's loads and loads of ghosts, no pun intended. So yeah, basically it's my son's room, just needed a good clean out. All the bedding needed changing, and just a good hoover. It gets super dusty. We use this room a lot, especially during the summer holidays when all the toys and everything is out there, even though my son still tends to bring his toys downstairs when we're all living in one room. We've got one room that is the temporary kitchen, the living room, at the same time it's also a workplace and a place to chill and a place to play games, clearly. So it was a little bit claustrophobic downstairs. So I'm looking forward to the renovation actually finishing. But I was really glad to get my son's room done and dusted. And off we go to the master bedroom now. So again, extra sheets and everything. So all of that is to be washed. And if you notice any brown marks on my side of the bed, it's usually due to fake tan. So I've been doing quite a lot of fake tan during the summer. Obviously quite funny because I tend to tan very well on my arms and my legs, but I don't actually show my belly that much. So I tend to do fake tan even so that it looks a little bit more even and I don't look like a laughing stock, especially as we went on holiday, to the resort and all the pools and everything. You're wearing a bikini. So yeah, basically that is life at the moment. But yeah, I love sunshine. I love the summer, and I hope that you guys too, that you're making the most of it. But I also find it's very chaotic, especially trying to entertain the kids while still also working and trying to do everything else on top of that. Let's not even add to the fact that we're going through a renovation, which is stressful on its own. But yeah, I'm glad to be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I think this is the final stretch for the renovation side of things, and only a couple of weeks to go until they're back at school. So all very exciting things. I'm glad to have a little reset right now, and have everything, nice bedding, everything fresh, nice and clean. So I'm looking forward to enjoying that and then starting a nice, good routine from September. So we've definitely come to the end of my clean with me, because I'm mopping the floors and that's usually the last thing that I do, and that's no different this time. It's so cathartic to be able to basically get rid of all the dust and dirt and finally see, you know, things come back to a reset to normal, because it's been so chaotic with the whole renovation thing. I know I keep talking about it, but it just brings everything, you know, to chaos, in the sense that things are out of place and they're not where they should be. And although this bathroom still has, you know, the cleaning bits, because we do the washing up in here, it's still feeling a lot more better now that I've cleaned everything top to bottom, literally. So it's been really nice to see it so sparkling clean, and I am very chuffed with it. Thank you for giving me this, you know, company. I love the fact that I'm able to share this with you, and I hope it gives you the motivation as well to do something around your house. Make sure to leave comments like you usually do, to just let me know what you're up to around your house, to make sure that basically we keep each other in check, and let's do it together. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be next week. I've got a bonus video too, so see you soon.